lot of our shows would be sitting and facing the camera front on, and that can be unflattering. And so the stylist would be like, oh God, that's making you look huge. And that would be in my mind a lot. So I would feel insecure about it. But then I would have my amazing male co-hosts like a Cyrus Brocha and a Cyrus Sahukar who'd be like, oh my God, like you're so hot, and you know, like you're like how a woman should be, and da da da.
So, you know, the reason I asked you this question is because I've always been skinny shamed all my life. Like, कुछ खाती नहीं है क्या? अरे क्यों नहीं खाऊंगी? How am I even surviving, right?
Yeah. In fact, it's funny because मैं Kriti से बात कर रही थी on my show, और Kriti has always, as long as I've known her, she's actually been quite skinny and tall. Now she's into fitness, then she wasn't. And मैं वही उसको कह रही थी, you know, coming from a Punjabi household, वो भी दिल्ली की लड़की, and you were always tall and skinny. तो कुछ कहते नहीं थे, तो कहती my mom तो you know took me to see doctors, मुझे tonics पिलाए, ये पिलाए, फिर पता चला कि मुझे घर का खाना इतना नहीं exciting, मुझे बाहर का खाना खाना है. तो everybody has a body type, but people are very quick to judge. People are very quick to shame, and I think that's unfortunately something that everybody in this industry has to deal with. My biggest statement that I always make is skinny is not fit. Being fit means being strong.
Correct.
That's unfortunately something that everybody in this industry has to deal with. But I think you just have to be very secure of who you are. But I think even if people are going for those quick fixes, you will lose muscle. And it'll be hard for you to get that muscle back. So even if you're doing quick fixes, you have to work out. Thinking about Rakul's spinal injury last year, which left her bedridden. And you know, for someone like that to go through that and how her partner supported her, you know, to see her break down is also a crazy thing, because I've known her forever. I've never seen her cry in my life. And
Hi everyone, welcome to Filmibeat. This is Heysha Chima, and joining me here for a conversation is somebody who's famous and fit too, Sophie Choudry. Hi!
Hi, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. You know, I'm going to just start off by saying that even off camera, this is exactly what I was telling Sophie, that about 10 years ago I first saw her, and now of course I've been seeing her in person after really long, and she looks the same, like the same. So I'm not going to start this conversation with knowing about anybody else's fitness treatments or whatever they've been doing. I want to know yours. So please start spilling.
Oh God, I mean, I will admit that this is a comment that I get a lot, and I'm very flattered by it. I don't know if I look the same, but there has been some good maintenance. I have to give credit to the genes. My mom is still fabulous, and the genetics. But I honestly, as boring as it sounds, I just lead a very disciplined, consistent life. That doesn't mean I'm boring, but I'm just consistent with everything, whether it's my skincare, whether it's my workout, whether it's my food. And I think it's the only way. And I stay busy. And I think that keeps you going, you know, that keeps you young, that keeps you alert, that keeps you alive, like doing something that you love. So I think that's it. And I sleep in a deep freezer at home. No, I'm just freeze my face.
Oh my goodness. I mean, if that could have been a thing, by tomorrow everybody is running and buying a deep freezer which is their size so they can fit themselves.
Exactly. I do the ice bath, but that is for a few seconds. This beyond that, nothing.
Amazing. But you know, Sophie, I have to admit and bring this up as well. आप जिस field में हो, वहाँ पे glamour is very important. Looking good is also very important. But at the same time, like you're dealing with so many pretty faces around you. तो किधर ना किधर insecurities आ जाती है, especially when you're facing the camera, right? I want to know what has been for you in your lowest moments where you've not felt fit, where you've not felt you're looking your glamorous self, but you really had to push yourself and करना था. Then what did you do?
You know, I think मैं बहुत ही खुशनसीब हूँ कि जब भी मुझे कैमरा पे आना था, मैं somehow fit ही लगती थी. You know, because मेरा जो weight है, लोग मुझे अक्सर मिलते हैं ना और कहते हैं आप तो बड़े पतले हो गए, जैसे कि मैंने 10-15 किलो कम किए. My weight has probably gone up at the most 3-4 kilos, you know, in my entire life. It's not a huge amount. So it's not that suddenly I was feeling like that, but yes, like any girl, you have your good days, you have your bad days. ज़्यादातर मेरे लिए those have been off camera, so I've been lucky. On camera, there have been other things like, you know, some kind of eye injury or some allergic reaction or some, you know, just before you have to do a song, and those are all panic-creating situations. But in terms of my fitness journey, because I've been pretty much consistent about it, I don't think I've been so insecure, but yes, having said that, we're all insecure about parts of our bodies, you know. Sometimes my arms are looking bigger than I would like. Sometimes my abs are not as flat as I would like. वो सब हैं which when you're younger really troubles you. And as you get a little bit older in life, I think you become hopefully a little kinder to yourself and a little bit more accepting that that's also part of you. And I think that's important, you know, to know that you did your best. As long as you know you did your best and you put in all your effort to look your best, I think you will be accepting. If you know that you were eating a pile of junk the day before a shoot, then I will not forgive myself. But if I know I tried and I gave it my best and this is the best I can look, I'll be kind to myself now. I won't be all forgiving, but I'll be kinder to myself. Yes.
Okay. But like, was probably the teenage Sophie a lot more harsher on herself when it came to workouts, etc.?
Not at
or
all.
like you were very chill even then?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I was harsher. I think, you know, also I grew up at a time where you weren't bombarded by social media. I was living my life like a teenager. You know, I was going out with my friends and growing up in London, playing a lot of sports. I saw my mom who was very into fitness, so I would venture into a gym now and again. I was living life. I was singing, I was dancing, I was, you know, netball captain. I was doing all these things. So I wasn't so insecure then. I think when I moved to India and I became a VJ, I realized, ironically enough, even though I came from London, I found all the girls here around me very skinny. And I was curvy. I was always a curvier girl. And so when I would be on camera, not that anyone did it on purpose, but a lot of our shows would be sitting and facing the camera front on, and that can be unflattering. And so the stylist would be like, oh God, that's making you look huge. And that would be in my mind a lot. So I would feel insecure about it. But then I would have my amazing male co-hosts like a Cyrus Brocha and a Cyrus Sahukar who'd be like, oh my God, like you're so hot, and you know, like you're like how a woman should be, and da da da. So I would have people like that. But kahin na kahin mere mind mein usse mujhe thodi insecurity aati thi ki I'm so much bigger than the other girls. But that is what people liked about me. So that was the irony of it. So somehow in my mind I had to get used to that and kind of accept that my body type and body shape is not like everybody else. And I need to work on making myself the best version of myself.
Absolutely. You know, the reason I asked you this question is because I've always been skinny shamed all my life. Like, कुछ खाती नहीं है क्या? Like, क्यों नहीं खाऊंगी? How am I even surviving, right? And then eventually I started to a point where I started eating a lot, and then I gained a lot of weight, and then I was like, "अरे मोटी लग रही है," and I'm like, "अरे, y'all are never happy." You know,
no one is ever happy for you. In fact, it's funny because मैं कृति से बात कर रही थी on my show, और कृति has always, as long as I've known her, she's actually been quite skinny and tall. Now she's into fitness, then she wasn't. And मैं वही उसको कह रही थी, you know, coming from a Punjabi household, वो भी दिल्ली की लड़की, and you were always tall and skinny, तो कुछ कहते नहीं थे, तो कहती my mom तो you know took me to see doctors, मुझे टॉनिक्स पिलाए, ये पिलाए, फिर पता चला कि मुझे घर का खाना इतना नहीं एक्साइटिंग, मुझे बाहर का खाना खाना है. तो ऐसा नहीं था कि मैं खाना नहीं खा रही थी, मैं खा रही थी, but I'm someone who doesn't put on weight. You know, for her to put on weight for Mimi was a real challenge for her. That is her body type.
Correct.
You know, and everybody has a body type, but people are very quick to judge. People are very quick to shame, and I think that's unfortunately something that everybody in this industry has to deal with. But I think you just have to be very secure of who you are. And that again does not happen overnight. And it certainly doesn't happen in your 20s. That's for sure.
That's for sure. I mean, I'm 34 right now and I can totally vouch for it. I feel like security, loving yourself, and even like accepting your own body sort of comes like much later.
It does. It does. And even then, even when it comes later, there are days when I will be like, oh, this could be better. This, you know, I'll go into the gym to my trainer and be like, let's work on this a little bit more. But that is just me personally who always wants to give my best and be the best version of myself. But am I going to go home and cry about it now? No. But maybe 20 years ago, if somebody had said that to me, that, oh my God, you've got really flabby arms, or it would have affected me. Definitely.
True. You know, through the show, I feel you're so lucky, first of all, because you could just like dig into everybody's fitness secrets, and I feel they were so candid and real, because even for Kriti to say what she said is something that even I would think twice to say on
Yeah,
camera, like,
yeah,
listen,
yeah.
I like to eat food outside more
Yeah.
than I would like to eat home cooked food.
Yeah.
But anyway, these can be all controversial topics when it comes to food specifically.
Yeah.
But I do want to highlight and bring out the importance of eating right. I feel that a lot of girls out there who have this misconception that if you're patla, you're fit.
Yeah.
You know, and if you're anything more overweight, etc., you're unfit.
Yeah.
Please bust a few myths that you know, want to like give it as a piece of advice to everybody
So
watching.
I love that you're saying that, because my show has a whole segment about busting fitness myths,
Right.
which has been so fun and so enlightening. And yeah, I mean, I think I was really lucky to dig into their fitness secrets, but it's also because I share a bond with them,
Hanji.
that they were able to share all of that. My biggest statement that I always make is skinny is not fit. Being fit means being strong.
Correct.
That is so important for people to realize. People think that just because you're like patla and skinny, like that's fitness. It's not. It never has been, it never will be.
Right.
Fitness is being strong inside out. It's about understanding that your body can carry you.
Right.
You know, it's about understanding that this is for the long term and for the long run, and how's your body going to be down the road.
Right.
So it's so important for people to realize that. And that is not to say, like you said, everybody has a different body type.
Yeah.
So you could be skinny, but it doesn't mean that you're fit.
Right.
You know, and you could lose a lot of weight and still not be fit. You have to do everything the right way, and it has to happen from whatever form of exercise, whatever form of diet. It has to be your lifestyle. That is the only way you will be consistently fit.
Right.
You know, and I've always said that a lot of people think, oh, you know, the goal is like losing 5 kilos. No, that cannot be your goal, because those 5 kilos will come back.
Correct. Yeah.
The goal has to be, how can I do this long term for my life, and then get the results.
Right. Where are you on when it comes to intermittent fasting? Because I feel like a lot of people, instead of going to the gym, they're like, ठीक है, मुंह बंद रख लेंगे.
Yeah.
You know, हम 14-16 hours शायद नहीं खाएंगे, etc.,
Yeah.
etc. Each is to its own, but like, what's Sophie's thought process on that?
मुझे तो बड़ी भूख लगती है. मैं नहीं कर सकती हूँ. मैं नहीं कर सकती हूँ. I can't do that. I mean, I follow a different way. I follow a concept called modern Meyer medicine, which is an Austrian thing. And if you see my Instagram, I go there every couple of years or every year. And that is really about everything originating from gut health. And that is about chewing your food.
Yeah.
And eating mindfully,
Right.
and eating good food like fresh produce, having the right amount of protein, the vegetables and everything, eating correctly.
Right.
So I don't like processed junk. I avoid refined sugar. I gave up dairy a long time ago because, contrary to popular desi belief, कि दूध आपके लिए बहुत अच्छा है, नहीं, after a certain point in your life दूध आपके लिए नहीं अच्छा है.
हाँ जी.
So there's all those kind of things that I believe in. So IF suits a lot of people. A lot of my friends do it. I personally cannot do it. I try and have my last meal by about 7:38, and then I anyway end up having breakfast the next day around 9.
Yeah.
So that in itself for me is a 12-13 hour window. I don't eat anything after dinner, and I think that's good enough for me. But again, this is your body. What
Yeah.
works for you may not work for me,
Right.
and vice versa. I know
Yeah.
Malaika does intermittent fasting a few times a week, and it really works for her. For me, it would not work. So it's an individual thing.
What's that one thing probably जो आपने, you know, जो भी आपके show पे आए हैं, whether it's Kriti, whether it's Malaika, or it's going to be Rakul who's going to be in the last
Yes,
episode.
Rakul and
right?
Jackie together. As a
Together.
couple, yes.
Yeah. So what's that one thing that you picked up, even from Sonu in fact, that you picked up from their habit, which you feel like I would like to take back home too?
They all have different habits, but I think the one message you'll get through the show from everybody is that fitness is a lifestyle, not a fad. And I think that's a very important message for everybody to know. I mean, I was astounded to know that Sonu Sood doesn't take a rest day.
Wow.
He never has. He's just thought about doing it in the last couple of weeks, that maybe I should do a rest day. I found that amazing. I found, you know, Jackie, who used to be 150 kilos, losing that 75 kilos, his journey incredibly inspiring.
Yeah.
I think everybody has a different journey, but everybody's message of consistency and working out for a lifestyle, not just to be skinny, is the message for everybody.
Yeah.
And that's an important message.
And I feel when you have a partner, like Rakul and Jackie both so much are into fitness, it's such a motivation,
No,
right?
their love story is about fitness. I mean, that is what really attracted them to each other, because I know Rakul for a long time, and Jackie's father launched me, so I know him forever. Rakul's fitness obsessed, and her friends used to tell her, you'll never find anybody because you're so disciplined.
Oh.
And she ended up meeting someone who's just like her.
Yeah.
Which is so crazy. And so, you know, even if you see in the show, I asked them, do you work out together as a couple? They're like, no, that's our time together. We're doing our own individual workout, but we're in the gym together because we love it. And you know, and they do funny things like when they plan their holidays, they check out the hotel and the gym first.
Wow.
कि यहाँ workout करेंगे तो अच्छा सा खा सकते हैं. It's a very different
approach.
But it works so well for them because you know, when you're spending life together, I think it's important that your habits are similar.
Right.
If somebody is fitness obsessed and their partner is not, it'll be a very difficult journey.
True.
So somehow they found each other in the most unlikely way, and they are such a perfect fit. And I love that on the show, for the first time, people are really going to get to see their husband-wife chemistry.
Right.
You know, finishing each other's sentences, poking fun at each other, and a very emotional moment talking about Rakul's spinal injury last year, which left her bedridden. And you know, for someone like that to go through that and how her partner supported her, you know, to see her break down is also a crazy thing, because I've known her forever. I've never seen her cry in my life, and to see that is it's actually very special.
Yeah,
it's heartbreaking. It's special, and it just means that everyone who's been on the show has been so real and authentic. And I think that's why people are loving the show.
Yeah, I guess everybody dropped their guards after a certain point.
Yeah. They did. In fact, everyone just came on with the mission, like, let's just talk. And I think initially the expectation was this is going to be like, aapki diet kya hai? Aapki fitness kya hai? But it wasn't that.
It wasn't that.
And that's when people really opened up. And I love that. I love seeing all those different sides. You know, even an entrepreneur like Ghazal Alag coming and sharing, you know, how hard her journey's been in her work, you know, how people judged her thinking she would not be good enough.
Right.
And while managing a business empire, trying to fit in a workout while being a mom, it's not easy.
It's not easy.
You know, but just telling herself that I just need to show up.
Right.
I think it's amazing. Yeah.
What is Sophie's go-to fitness mantra is what I want to know. And what I also want to know is, who was that first person who actually broke a fitness myth for you?
Oh wow, that's a really good question. My fitness mantra, like I said, is always discipline, showing up and making it my lifestyle. So that, I don't want to repeat myself, but that's what my mantra is. And also loving my routine. It's very important. If I didn't love it, I wouldn't do it. And changing it up.
Right.
As you get older, as a woman, I think it's very important to weight train and strength train. So Pilates is my love, but weight training is my new love. What is a fitness myth that somebody broke for me? That's really interesting. I don't know if anybody did, but this is such a good question, but I can't think of any fitness myths that somebody broke for me. I think it's a lot of research that I did for myself.
Oh, wow.
But definitely for me, so I went through a phase where I started losing my voice because of the worst reflux possible. And as a singer, like, you cannot lose your voice.
Yeah.
And I used to think I'm really healthy with my diet. And I'm having garam doodh and haldi every day, and it's great for me. Only to find out that I'm intolerant to milk.
Oh.
Right? And so for me, like, there are certain things that we think are good for all of us.
Right.
And they're not.
Right.
One big thing, which is eating salads and fruit, is healthy for everyone at any time of the day. And that is a myth.
Yeah.
You should actually not eat anything raw after 4 p.m. because your body can't digest it. So anyone who thinks that just eating fruit is really healthy, it's terrible for you.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fructose, it can give you a lot of acidity, so you have to time it. So there's a lot of fitness myths, not necessarily about working out, but maybe more about diet.
Right.
That people have broken for me over time, and that I've got a lot of knowledge of. Yes.
Amazing. Sophie, what do you want to tell to those lazy bunch of people who don't want to go to the gyms, but they're so happy going to a doctor to get themselves fit and check and get those abs back, whatever?
Yeah, See, I don't believe in judging people. I think each to their own, and if you need a little bit of a help or boost in order to lose the weight, it's fine. But I think even if people are going for those quick fixes, you will lose muscle, and it'll be hard for you to get that muscle back. So even if you're doing quick fixes, you have to work out.
Correct.
You know, because the first thing that a lot of these shortcuts eat up is your muscle and your bone, and you don't want to lose that.
Yeah.
My message to everybody is that it doesn't have to be the gym. Find something you like. Is it walking? Is it dancing? Is it some form of martial arts? Is it yoga? There's so many things that you could be doing. Is it some kind of sport? Is it paddle? Is it pickleball? what is it? There's got to be something that, even if you're lazy, there's something that you like.
Yeah.
Find something you like and zone into that, so that it doesn't feel like a chore. The minute working out feels like a chore, you will not do it.
Yeah.
You've got to find an activity that you connect with, even if it's just going for walks. Whatever it is, you've got to find that one thing that you're like, इसमें मजा आता है, और वो आपको करना ही है. You have to, because it is for your health, your long-term health. And I would hope, especially post-pandemic, everybody understands the true value of health.
True, that's true. Because I feel before that, most people were just going to the gym for selfies
Yes.
or just buying gym clothes because they look nice.
Yes.
But that's
वो
not
अभी भी
true.
कर रहे हैं लोग.
हाँ, वो भी कर रहे
But
हैं.
वो कर रहे हैं बहुत सारे लोग. But अभी लोग health के लिए भी बात कर रहे हैं. And the fact of the matter is that gyms are cheaper than hospitals.
Yeah. I hope people understand that quicker.
Yeah, I hope people understand that. So, if you can help prevent a health problem,
Why not?
help prevent it.
For sure. Very quickly, I have some questions for you, which are like options.
Okay.
This way, I'm going to get to know you faster and more quickly
All
before
right.
we run on time. So let's do this, okay? Sophie, tell me, coffee or matcha? What's your go-to?
Oh, coffee any day.
Oh my, you've not hopped on the matcha bandwagon yet.
I mean, the matcha's alright, but coffee, a good coffee any day, yeah.
Okay. Fasted or fed workout? What's your preference?
Sorry, fasted or?
Fed workout.
Oh, I eat and go. I actually eat and go because I wake up early, so I eat, then I work out, and then I'll have some protein.
Oh, okay. Pilates or strength training?
Oh, I can't do that. I'm a Pilates princess forever. But strength training, because I want to get stronger, and that's showing great results in my body right now.
I can say. All right. Okay, next one is morning or a nighttime routine. What's your favorite?
Morning. I'm a morning person, definitely. Yes.
Okay. Morning sun or evening walks? What does Sophie like better?
I love sunrises, but sunsets make me feel more chilled and relaxed. I'm more active with the sunrise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does Sophie skip her workouts during vacations?
No, I don't.
Oh, wow.
If I make sure it's a city where I can walk a lot, or if I'm going back to London, then I take group Pilates classes to challenge myself, and I love them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm taking a tip.
But
or
I'm
two.
not like Rakul and Jackie, who will first check it, gym kaisa hai, and gym. I'm not that person. But I definitely like to walk, and I love to do my Pilates, yes.
Okay, what's your take on mat Pilates though now?
Yeah, mat it's really good for you. It's great for you, and you must do it, and it's one of those things. But do I love it? No, I prefer using machines. But yes, I mean, mat Pilates is a foundation of it. But I prefer the machines.
Yeah, hence I asked the Pilates queen. What does she
Yeah.
prefer the most?
Yeah, reformer.
Okay. Ice bath or red light therapy? What's
Ice
your-
bath.
Dry brushing or lymphatic massage?
Both, but I get a great lymphatic massage, and that is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, it does have a lot of benefits, and
It's
people don't know
amazing.
much about
Yes,
it.
it's amazing, and you should read up more on it. It is amazing and makes a huge difference. And I have an amazing person called Lubna who does mine, and she's like the best. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, lastly, minimal makeup or full glam?
For the gym,
No, in general.
General.
In general.
I love glam for a red carpet, otherwise minimal. Yeah.
Okay, what's your take on those people who wear a lot of makeup when they go to work out?
नहीं यार
नहीं पहनना चाहिए
नहीं,
ना।
मत करो
बोलो
ना, it's so
सबको ये।
bad. It's so bad for your skin, it's so bad for you. I'm not gonna deny, I add a little bit of blush because I look pale otherwise, so a little bit of blush and like a lip tint, that's it.
Yeah.
That's enough, but like, please don't go with a full face of makeup. Don't do that. I know you're gonna say that in my show we have worn makeup, but guys, that is for
The show.
Yeah, it's the show. It is
Yeah.
on a platform, and that like we have to do that. But if you're hardcore working out, mat karo yaar.
Yeah, because most actresses, whether it's Kriti also, even on
Yeah.
her Instagram, we've seen her work out without any makeup per se. So
I want to tell you, everyone is working out without makeup, pretty
yeah.
much. Yes,
Yeah.
you don't need to do it. I understand there are people who do it.
Yeah.
My mom still loves to have a little bit of a glam on because my mom is glam and she loves it, and I get it. But you can't have like a thick face of foundation and go to the gym. I mean that's just the worst thing you can do.
yeah, that took me aback when I entered the gym for the first time. But I'm like you. I do a little bit of tint, little bit of sunscreen, and
Yeah.
and go. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
But like I know I'm gonna sweat, and I know I'm gonna get acne after that, which I don't want.
Yes.
So I'd keep going. I said, "Why are you wearing makeup? Don't wear." They're like, "Arey," and I'm like, "ठीक है, workout कर लो."
Each to their own. but mat karo.
Yeah. But Sophie, thank you so much.
Thank you
It's
very
always a
much.
pleasure meeting you.
Thank you. It's lovely to see you. Thank you for this great conversation, and I'm so glad you enjoyed the show.
Absolutely. Totally waiting for the last episode, which should be out by the time this
Yes,
interview
yes,
goes out.
yes, yes.
So everybody's going to go and watch it too.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks very
Sophie.
much.